my name is Steve Mead of Crux Careers, and I'm delighted to be joined today by the hierarchy from the award-winning EweMove franchise as we discuss what sets EweMove apart from the other self-employed stroke associate models out there in today's marketplace. To explain what makes them different from the rest, I'm joined today by Nick Neal, Managing Director of the EweMove brand. Hi, Nick.
Hey there, Steve. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Always good to see you. Hannah Pepper, Head of Recruitment. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Steve.
And last but not least, Sarah Makin, EweMove's Marketing Manager. So, Sarah, if I can come to you first, any individual taking the decision to go down the associate self-employed route must have in the back of their mind, where are my leads going to come from? And is it purely down to me to self-generate my own business? Tell me about the famous EweMove Lean Green marketing machine.
Yeah, I certainly can. So that is one of the most popular questions that we get asked by people coming through the recruitment process. Obviously, it's a concern for people. And, you know, your time as an agent is so limited. The last thing that we at EweMove want you to be doing is focusing your time on thinking, I need to come up with a leaflet. How am I going to get some more leads coming in? The Lean Green marketing machine is a tried and tested multi-channel marketing campaign that focuses on both online and offline marketing to produce good quality leads at a high volume for a low cost as well. So we are always about trying to use your marketing budget as efficiently as possible to produce those good quality leads. So the role of me and my team is to oversee that, guide that, and manage that for you. So it's really a done for you system. We provide all of the marketing materials, all of the collateral, any design requirements that is needed. And we work with specialist partners as well to deliver that service. So, for example, we work with an outsourced digital marketing company who are the top of their game to really make sure that the leads coming through are of a high quality. And then it's just the job of the agent to focus on following up those leads and dealing with those customers, not thinking, how am I going to get those leads? You know, I need some contact details for people interested in selling and letting.
What could a good EweMove franchisee expect to earn? I'm getting my words mixed. I keep saying franchisee instead of franchisee. What could they expect to earn?
Well, it's quite interesting. You know, one of the questions we ask when somebody comes through recruitment is, how much do you want to earn? Yeah. And if somebody says to me, you know, 30 grand a year, I'm disappointed by that reply, because they can do that being employed with the estate agent down the road. That's not the level of ambition that we're looking for. Somebody wants to be saying, I want to earn at least 100 grand a year. So if somebody is in a job right now earning 30k as an employed lister or negotiator, whatever it might be, they can use exactly those same skills in exactly the same amount of time and work for themselves and earn 100 grand a year instead. So, you know, that really is my kind of minimum expectation. So anywhere upwards from there is good. So our top performing franchisee last year banked just almost a few pounds short of 1.1 million. And most franchisees are banking 200, 250,000. A significant number are over 500,000. So if you're working on net margins of between 40 and 60% after all of your costs, then essentially half of that banking cash is in your pocket. That's what you earn.
Hannah, you've got something that and I'm sure lots of other people find quite amusing: the lambing pen.
Yeah, so the lambing plan, it's a web-based tool, and it's designed in a step-by-step process to ensure that a streamlined, efficient way of setting up a business. You know, starting a new business for anybody, and whatever business it is, it can be a quite daunting experience for them to kind of understand that full setup requirements that is needed, especially from a compliant point of view. And this is why we have the lambing plan in place, and it's designed the way that it is. To ensure that nothing gets missed or overlooked. So registrations are applied for at the right time. All branches are compliant with the relevant registrations, for example, like Property Ombudsman. And also it's there to make sure that franchisees have all the right equipment that they're going to need to get their business up and running from day one. So the lambing plan is really helpful. It's very simple and easy to follow. And most importantly, nothing gets missed on that setup.
John McKenna in Stroud. Who wants to tell me about John and his achievement?
Yeah. So I'll tell you about John. Good story here. So John launched in Stroud just before lockdown 1. So he launched his business and then had to essentially close again, and then had to relaunch his business in May, June time when lockdown 1 finished. So we're talking, till this data goes to the end of 2020. So within a relatively short space of time, you can see what he's done already. He completed 39 houses, he got 38 in his sold pipeline, and literally pretty much sold out. So he's building those back up again now. So within what's probably 8 operating months max from a cold start, he's already written commissions worth 213k. And we tend to find within EweMove, when we get a house sold subject to contract, we complete 96.5% of those. So most of that will go through to completion without a shadow of a doubt.
Howard, as you can see there, was formerly a school teacher. So he didn't have any kind of sales background and certainly no estate agency background. So his experience of property was literally him buying and selling his own homes. As you know, well, what he did bring to the EweMove franchise is a really fantastic attitude. He's very service driven, and he's exceptionally well organised. So that it's one thing he's very meticulous about. He thoroughly enjoyed all of the training that we provided, and he's launched in North Leeds. And actually, because of Howard's success, we've then seen a little bit of a domino effect. So we get more inquiries coming in. And actually more areas of Leeds around Howard have now populated, which is fantastic. So the effectiveness of his marketing and the neighbouring branches as well is meaning that he's getting more bang for his buck there and more leads coming in because there's more awareness of the EweMove brand, which is brilliant. But yeah, you can see Howard's numbers there. For somebody who's completely new to estate agency and property, what an achievement. He's really seen things grow because he's remained so active and in constant contact with his customers, because actually that's part of the job that he really enjoys. Even through the pandemic, he's just seen his business go from strength to strength.
Oh, I absolutely love Wendy. She's so good because, she's come from a background which is probably as far removed from estate agency as you could possibly imagine, probation service officer. And she constantly doubts herself and says, I'm not doing good enough and all this kind of stuff. But the level of customer feedback she gets is outstanding. She gets so much business by referral and recommendation. And, her numbers just speak for themselves. So again, from a standing start without any agency experience before, in an area where we didn't have a lot of presence either. So she's gone into a super cold territory. And consequently, she's now found that there's other franchisees around her because people see quite a lot of board presence and so on. So, a brilliant sort of case study to look at. So, the fact that it comes back to that same point, the fact that we give people the tools, we train them what to do, we are so focused on customer service delivery that all the ingredients are there to ensure people's success if they want to apply themselves. And it is just down to those individuals deciding that they want to apply themselves in this particular business. And if they do, they can make some good cash out of it as well.
AD has obviously worked, as you can see there, he's worked in the industry before. He had his own business as a personal agent, and operating that business was just from referrals. So he looked at EweMove as a business model to just, push his business onto the next level, really. He had that good skill set of being that personal agent. He understood the full transaction and what you needed to do to get a property completed. Teamed up with his skill set, teamed up with EweMove and the platform, he just saw, this is how I'm just going to take my business onto the next level. And he's doing absolutely fantastic. His AD he's really, in terms of what he expected to earn, he's overachieved that. He's definitely pulling up trees in his area.
Wonderful. So, okay, listen, thanks to all three of you for joining me today. And if any of you out there want any unbiased advice around the EweMove offering, we represent a number of different businesses, believe me, not just the EweMove brand in this space. But I'm quite passionate about what these guys do because I know I've been to their head office, I've seen them operate, I've met many of the franchises. If you are looking for something that's going to give you, business is going to give you fantastic support, then you won't go wrong. But from all of us here, thanks for watching and a very goodbye. Thank you to all of us. Say goodbye.
Thanks very much. Goodbye now.